Hello, my fellow zombie squad. Welcome to the Dustin TV. Guys, I'm going to tell you about my grandfather, Patch Price. Patch Price is my mom's side. That is my mother's dad. And my grandfather, he was a great grand. What I'm saying is, guys, he's a, he is a son. He is a dad. He is a grandfather. And he is a great grandfather. My granddaddy, the, he got his nickname Patch Price. Patch. Because when he flew planes as a crop duster, he always did like a little bit of patch of, you know, crops. That's where he got his nickname from. Patch Price. And my grandfather was a great grandfather. He was good to his grandkids. He was good to his kids. He was good to his wife. My grandfather, everybody in Seminole County, Donaldsonville, Georgia, loved him. My grandfather always go to a Waffle House in town. I don't know what the name. Every morning. Every morning. And my grandfather, he flew planes for a living. He owned his own business. And and it's just that when he had his motorcycle accident in 2016, I think, or 2015. I don't know what year was it. It had to be them 2 years. It messed him up pretty bad. It really messed him up. He broke a femur. His hand was all messed up. And it took him a while to get back to where he used to be. And, but my grandfather had COVID-19, but he was vaccinated. My grandfather was vaccinated. The vaccination that you're supposed to get two vaccination, it didn't work. He was laying in the hospital bed, couldn't breathe. And he has COPD as well. They could give me that bullshit about the vaccine. My grandfather took the vaccine. And it did not stop the COVID. He still got the COVID. But I'll get to that in a little while. My grandfather means a lot to me. He is my life. He's always been in my life since I was little. Every time he always buy me Christmas presents. Every year. He checks up on me all the time. I always go and spend time with him when I was little. I remember the time that it was my birthday and I wanted to spend it with my granddaddy, my grandparents. And I did. And he took me out to dinner for my birthday. My grandfather was the greatest man alive. He was the greatest family man in the world. And And it seems like it's not dawned on me yet about him being gone now. And I don't think it's real. I think he's still at home. But in reality, he's gone now. I have to accept that. I have to move on with my life, but I can't. It's because that it's hard, you know? It's really hard to lose your only grandfather you have left. I lost my dad's dad in 1998 when I was little. My grandfather, Patch Price, he died while I'm 33 years old. I had a lot of years to spend with my granddad, and I'm happy that I spent them many years with my grandfather. In my eyes, my grandfather was the greatest crop duster alive. Because if there's a crop dusting Hall of Fame, he should be inducted into it. Because my granddaddy was the greatest pilot to ever float a plane. But now, when he had the accident, he couldn't fly anymore. Before the accident, he flew. But after the accident, he couldn't. There was no way in hell he could. But I wished he never had the accident. Because you know why? Because after the accident, he started going downhill. He started going downhill. And it pisses me off. Because that son of a bitch who hit my grandfather hasn't done a damn thing to help him. To pay everything that he's supposed to pay. The reason why I'm doing this on YouTube, to get it off my chest. To get it out of my mind. To let you, my fellow zombie squads, that what my grandfather was. He was the greatest grandfather in the world. He was the greatest family man in the world. He was the greatest father in the world. And he was the greatest son in the world. My grandfather, he loved life. He always loved life. He loved his family. Always. He always loves his family. When they want to do something, he always brings his family. Have a get together, fish, or whatever, a cookout. We even have pool parties at his house all the time. It don't seem like he's gone, you know. My grandfather was the greatest man ever lived in my heart. My grandfather is a legend. The reason why I say he is a legend, he was the oldest crop duster in the state of Georgia and the oldest in the United States. He was the oldest crop duster, and now he's gone. He will be missed. He will be missed, but never forgotten. My granddaddy means a lot to me. A lot. And if anybody says any negativity about my grandfather, I will defend his honor. No matter what. That's just who I am. My grandfather, my mom's dad, means a lot to me. I cried when my dad told me he passed away. I could not believe it. Because now, this year for Thanksgiving and Christmas, I'm going to be lost without my grandfather. Because every year for Christmas, I always get him something for Christmas. And this year, I won't be able to get him anything because he's gone now. It is going to hurt. It's going to stick with me for the rest of my life. I understand that your pain will heal. You just have to move on. You can't dwell on it. I understand that. But when you know a man was your mom's dad, was in your life all the time, you cannot forget that man. Your grandfather. My grandfather means a lot to me, guys. He does. It's not real. It is not real that he's gone. I'm thinking I'm in a dream. And I'm not waking up. And when I do wake up, I could get on the phone and call my granddaddy. He'll be there. But you know what the reality is? This is not a dream. This is reality. And he is gone for real. He might be gone in body, but he's not gone in spirit. His spirit will live on forever. And one, he is with his mother. His mother and his father and his daughter, my mother. He's up there with them. And I know that God will welcome my grandfather with open arms. I know that God will open the gates, the golden gates to heaven to my grandfather. That's how much good my grandfather is. My grandfather is the greatest good man. He will be missed, but never forgotten. My granddaddy, Patch Price, is a legend crop duster. He was the greatest crop duster in the history of Georgia and the United States. My granddaddy could fly a plane as better than any pilot out there. My granddaddy will always be the #1 pilot. And nobody cannot take that title away from him. Nobody. But I just wanted to tell y'all about my grandfather. I should have done it a couple of days ago, but I couldn't. Every time I mention his name, I'll cry. But I just wanted to make it today, guys. I hope y'all enjoy the video. And I hope y'all please hit the like button. And if y'all want to, y'all can leave comments down below. And I'll read them. And I'll see y'all in the next one, guys.